What's happening, YouTube? So, coming out to do the evening chores, and apparently the animals have just gone absolutely nuts. We got animals out everywhere. I see a dog and a guinea out. So, these evening chores aren't gonna go as fast as one would hope. Because have you ever tried to catch a guinea? They're faster than a chicken. Zena. Zena. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be out here. Let's get the dog up before we get the guinea up, because I don't need the dog scaring the guinea. So that's always fun. Come on, Zena. Zena. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. 10 bucks, she's back out before I get back over here to feed the girls. All right, let's find this guinea. Boys, I'm working on it. Get you in a minute. Oh, there's multiple of you out. Even better. My favorite. Woods. Get out of the way. Come on. Come on. Hey, man, where's the rest of it? Where'd it go? Oh, me. All right, come on, Guinea. Nope, going the wrong way. Yep, that's the right way. No, that's the wrong place. Slow down. Lordy day. Woo. Okay. Everybody just calm down a little. Everybody just calm down. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Guineas are crazy. So here's what happened. This gate door was kicked open like this. So what that usually means is somebody got spooked, probably got caught into it, and nicked this out. So it didn't take it off, it just knocked it loose and gave them a big gaping hole to get out of. And every one of our guineas, all of them, got out, and I had to chase them down over there in the woods and the thorns and all that fun stuff. But they're in, problem solved. Now to do what I came out here to do. Feed these ungrateful animals. All right now. All right, get the game together. I know everybody's hungry all of a sudden. Eat up. All right, boys, I apologize for the delay. I'm on the way. Happy now. What's up, piggy pigs? Enjoying your new home? Hey, look. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Oh, we've gotten so much rain. I've made it a mess. Oh, lordy day. Saying that a lot this evening. A lot of chores, a lot of mud, lots of fun. All right, the backside animals are done, finally. Now it's time to go do the ladies. See what kind of complaints they have for the boss today. What's up, ladies? What's happening? Excuse me. What's wrong with you two? Want to stay in there? Oh, there's 3 of you in there. Scared of a little wet ground. Yeah, come on, Doc. Come on. Come on, darling. There you go, girl. There's your food. Zane. What in the world? What are you doing? You gotta stop getting out. I know you just want daddy's loving, but come on now. Oh my goodness. You're a mess. You're a mess. Come on. Come on. Come on, Zane. Zane. Come on, Zane. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Zane. I can get mad at it. Come on, Zane. Zane. Zena. Zena, come on. Come on. Here. Now, come on. Zena, come on. Zena. 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 You're acting all big and bad, but you're not even leaving. You're not even leaving the area. So why won't you just come in? I know you just want to play. I think out of all the positive things this move is going to entail for us, one of the biggest things is going to be for our dogs. We have a lot of space, but they're confined to the front and backyard, which is fenced in because we have wild dogs that are around here and electrical fencing. It'll just be nice to have room to spread out and let them be a little bit more free with us. Because as you can tell, Xena didn't want to run away from me. She just wanted to be out. So it's unfortunate with the area that we're in right now, but new place will solve that. It is officially time to harvest our corn. So this is our first year ever trying to grow our own corn. Normally, because it takes, for what we want, quite a bit of space and this and that to grow what we need, we normally go to a local place around here and get non-GMO corn, and then we can it from there. It's a local farm. This year we decided to try something different. So in this bed right here is where we grew all of our garlic. When we pulled up that garlic, we were thinking of what could we test and learn this year with, and we decided corn. This is a 60-day variety. It's the Bantam corn, and it did great. The weather did not. So we have ears of corn on here. I'm not extremely hopeful that it's gonna look like the beautiful ears of corn that you would get at a local farm or someone that grows experience, or that someone that has experienced corn growing. But we still grew it. We had extremely high winds. We had bad storms. This has been like one of the wettest summers we've ever had. Any other piece of the garden has loved that. But the winds and the storms have really impacted it. As you can tell, they're very laid over. They have worked themselves back up, but for the most part, this entire area over here, which is a walkway, is completely covered with the corn because it's all laid down and then did a curve up. So some of the things that we learned, we planted this in late summer, which in a mindset you would think would be a better thing to get away from those bad storms instead of planting, right after the last frost day, because when you're still in that spring summer time frame, you never know what's going to come into place. However, the corn would be shorter, so maybe that took into play because we had the end of summer weather that came in and impacted it, but who knows. Other than that, I know we had pretty good germination. We did a box, so this is a 4x16 bed. We did 3 rows of them, and I believe it was about 48 stalks or 48 seeds that we put in, and they all germinated. So when it comes to pollination, germination, and growing in a raised bed, I think all of that was a success. The biggest and only failure that we had could potentially have been fertilizer, even though they looked great and they grew awesome. I think we might need a little bit more fertilizer in there. And 2, the weather, which is something that's not always in our hands, but maybe if we do it in the early spring and get that front piece, and so when they're nice and tall, we're in the dry July, we might have better luck of not having them fall over because it did stunt some growth. They tried to fix themselves, but not enough. Less talking, let's harvest, and then we're actually gonna start shucking, Jen and I, so we can truly see what's in there. So we got it. I am not expecting this to be extremely impressive by any means, but a lot of people wonder when to harvest corn. So one of the pieces is, which that one I got a little early, but it's a good example piece, your tassel here, or your silk, I guess is what it's actually called. So when they're growing, your corn will tassel. That lets you know that you're starting to get close, and then you'll start growing ears of corn. And then you'll have the silk come out. So the silk comes out really nice and pretty and looks really healthy. Well, when you know it's ready is when that dries up and dies up. So see how nice and black that is? Let's see. There you go. So that's when you know the corn is finished and it's ready for you to harvest. So let's check some of these bad boys, babe, and see what we're working with.
Some are very small.
Yeah.
Others are decent. But we grew corn, right?
We sure did grow corn.
It's our first time.
And the biggest thing is, you know, it's like ooh.
That's pretty.
Nice.
It's very ready.
So the end was bad. That's it, though.
Yeah.
Hey. Check it out. We grew corn. One thing about it is, germination was fantastic, or pollination, my bad, that's the right word. Pollination was great, because you know why? We grew in a block. The thing about corn is it has to be in a block because they have to have each other to pollinate each other. You can't grow small amounts of corn in long rows. You've got to grow them close together if you're doing kind of backyard style corn.
Goats are going to love these shucks.
Yes, they are. The tips have gone bad. Maybe we went a little too long before we harvested.
Maybe.
Hey. Here's the one thing about it though, they ain't gonna go bad. Or maybe it was underdeveloped tips. Probably the more appropriate answer.
No bugs, no worms?
No bugs, no worms. When I was over there though, got a distinctive stink bug smell going on.
They
love the corn. It's ridiculous.
They don't hurt it though.
No, they just hang out. You got dinner going on right now, don't you?
Yeah.
You should get a pot of water going. Have us for dinner.
Here.
It's always exciting to grow something for the first time and see if you can do it or not.
Yeah.
So next year, hopefully we're at our new house, depending on everything that's going on. We're definitely planning on having some pretty good sized plots of corn growing.
For sure. But can it and freeze it, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, it's like one of our favorite things to eat. Eat it with everything. So our last video, we hinted at some stuff that was going on. Basically, student loans will always be a nightmare, like until they're just completely paid off. They're just going to keep coming out of the woodwork. Different things are going to happen. As much as you may think that you got it under control and everything's fine and dandy, there's always like one out there that's not.
They will always do anything that they can to you in your life. So future children who may be watching, keep that in mind. Know that when they offer those loans to you, they know that they are offering it to a child who cannot look to the future and predict your situation. Nobody can, obviously, but especially not a child whose mind hasn't fully developed. You shouldn't be able to take out that much money. So I know we are having those conversations with our kids daily, and they will not make the same mistakes that we did.
Yeah.
For sure.
If your heart is set on college, literally do everything in your heart to get scholarships and work your butt off to try to get college paid for. Because taking out a big old bunch of student loans is not the way to do it. If you're in a position to where you can't get scholarships, perfect piece of corn right there. Think about trade school. Think about other
vocational school.
Yeah, think about other alternatives to be able to do what you want to do. Because we're two 31-year-olds telling you that it is
not worth it.
Yeah. I have a very good job, and nothing about my college got that for me at all.
No. And mine didn't serve me any purpose besides a fun time.
But back to why it's an issue with what's going on is basically I'm just having to, everything can be resolved. Like, there's no issue. We've talked, everything can be resolved on what's going on. The problem is processing time.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with, no offense, state workers, but I'm dealing with a lot of state workers, a lot of federal government workers that haven't had the best of times lately with everything going on coronavirus related. And they're not really wanting to rush along anything.
Right.
A lot of the customer service people I'm dealing with are people that just got hired. They are openly telling me that because nobody's working. People are quitting left and right. So it's talking to people in their house that have never done this a day in their life and don't know how to speed things along. So every single day, every day, I'm calling and helping them with getting the next step a little faster. What fears me the most is it's Labor Day weekend. So I'm going to lose an extra business day just because it's a holiday. I know everybody deserves to take a break. It's just really bad timing. So
as much as they say they want the money and they want it now, they will do everything in their power to prolong the process of getting the money.
yeah.
It's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
So that's what's going on. Again, there is a resolution path. It's just their timing is like 90 days.
Yeah.
If we just let it go. And I'm like, you just gonna let the loan just sit for 90 days and when we can just resolve this right now? It can't be much. Not asking for anything. It's literally just consolidation.
Yeah.
All it is.
And I mean, we know the CARES Act, we know the student loan forgiveness. We are a part of that, and that's why we shouldn't be having this issue. But when you have people that just literally don't know what they're doing and they rely on computers to fix things or process things, then you get in a situation like this. We don't have to make payments on our loan right now, so we know all that, thankfully, and we do appreciate the comments before this telling us that. We have resolved all that. It's just clerical and technical errors.
Yeah.
That nobody wants to take responsibility for.
Right, and now we're having to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
So the corn is shuck. Again, thank you all again for your prayers for the home move. It's just another bump in the road. I will continue to be on the phone for the next, 27 days, every day that they're open to try to push things along. Again, like she said, it's truly and admitted computer error due to COVID-19. So unfortunately, we're having to follow their process, even though we tried to do that and they broke their agreement.
Yeah.
So,
and we know whatever is meant to be is what's going to happen. We know that. We haven't lost faith in that at all. We're totally 100% aware of that. But it's still difficult, especially when you're dealing with humans that just don't care.
yeah.
We know, if we're meant to be in the house, we'll be in the house. And if not, we'll be somewhere else. We won't be here.
Yeah, we won't be here. We got to get out.
So obviously we are, knowledgeable to that and may work on a plan B just in case. But
yeah, we still have extreme hope. Again, it's not like what are we going to do? It's can we make them move fast enough to get it done? So that's why we're pushing. That's why we're calling, just to kind of continue to give that nudge, because sooner or later they're going to get tired of me. I'll be like, man, we can go ahead and get this done. So that's what was up with the last video. It sank in a little bit more. We were able to talk about it. It was just raw and fresh last video. But we got corn.
Yeah.
So check this out. We've got some pretty good ones here. Nice yellow corn. Great pollination. Now, obviously, I picked out the 3 winners that are in here, but they look awesome.
Yeah.
These will be in tonight's dinner.
They're not all going to be beautiful and uniform. No. He's got some babies that have a little, misformed, but no bugs, no damage, nothing like that. So we're going to cook it up. Probably cook some for dinner night and put some in the fridge in a baggie, an open baggie, and put it in the crisper and have some for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and here's the biggest thing to remember. Even if it looks like that, that is 100% edible and will taste just as good as a pretty one that looks like this.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit our mold of what we think corn should look like.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Ugly food is still tasty food.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going to eat every single one of these. And I think our first corn harvest was ultimately a success.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially what it went through.
Yeah.
With all the storms it had to deal
I
with.
think the kids are going to be excited, and the goats are going to love the shucks and the rest of it. That'll be fun.
Yeah, you can obviously compost it, but we have animals. They like to have a nice little treat. So that's why they get the shucks. But other than that, that's today's video. We hope you all enjoyed it. Let us know down in the comments something that you tried that you've never grown before that you tried in your garden this year.
Yeah.
If you didn't and you have something that you thought of, what are you growing next year? That's going to be completely different for you all. Ours is corn, and it'll definitely get bigger and better next year.
For sure. And please keep praying for us.
Yeah.
The process is not over anywhere near it. So please keep us in your prayers if you don't mind. And we're praying too.
Yeah. Maybe having to like give away animals at the end of the month if everything goes south because we got to go. But we'll see. And gotta let us know at some point.
Yep.
All right, yeah, don't forget to subscribe down
Probably
below.
the last minute.
Right, yeah, like the day of closing.
God also has a sense of humor.
Yes, he does. Jab you in the side a little bit. But yeah.
Make you work for it.
Make you really want to appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to down below because it's going to be a wild month. And you're not going to want to miss it.
That's right.
It's because every video is going to have a tidbit of what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
We love you.
Until the crazy next one.
Bye.
Bye.